What's up, BC? Listening to some Atlas sound, anticipating the new Deer Hunter record, which is just gonna be fucking killer. One of those records I don't listen to beforehand because I want to listen to it for the first time on vinyl. So I'm gonna actually go to the shop on next Tuesday to pick it up, as opposed to ordering it online or pre-ordering it. Just, you know, kind of a ritual thing. But this is my latest vinyl editions video, and you know what? I'm in this fucking empty house. My girlfriend moved all of her shit out. Ex-girlfriend moved all of her shit out. It's a little depressing in here. So I needed to talk to this web camera about some records. Sometimes feel like this is like when I went to Catholic school and I said, "Dear Father, it's been 7 days since my last confession. You know, here's the ways I've sinned," and I've come to BC and I say, "Hey BC, it's been about a week since my last vinyl update video, and here's what I bought." Anyway, hope everybody's been having a good week. It's pretty crazy over here. I've been working a lot. The company that I work for helps students at Duke University, mostly freshmen and sophomores, and sometimes grad students, seniors and stuff. It helps them move out of their dorm or apartment situation. We either store their stuff or we ship it off. Anyway, super boring, but we're doing it all day and all night long these next 3 weeks. So working long days, but coming home, listening to records, drinking some screwdrivers. I talked to Adam W. Nice screen name change, man. I think that one is less of a tongue twister, or like a dyslexic promoting screen name, at least for me. So Adam W., last time he showed a Smog record. It was Red Apple Falls, and I had made a comment that, yeah, collecting Smog records, which he was thinking of doing, was a good idea, because I have like 5 Smog records, so I have 3 more now. The first of which is Knock Knock, which is one of my favorites. This is kind of bridging the gap from his bedroom experiments to more of a bigger studio sound. Bill Callahan, aka Smog. This came out in 1999, Drag City, as have, I think, all of his records. I think they're all out on Drag City. But Knock Knock is great. These next 2 Smog records, I got both of these for under $5 including shipping, which is my ideal range for a used record. If I can get it for under 10 with shipping, I will. I don't even think about it. It's easy to justify records under $10 because, you know, I could spend that on, you know, a 6-pack of beer or something, but this is gonna last forever. So we got The Doctor Came at Dawn. This is, I think, 1996 on Drag City. Sad. Easily the saddest for a guy who is miserable on pretty much all of his records. This is the saddest Bill Callahan Smog record I've ever heard. All Your Women Things is particularly heartbreaking. Hangman Blues, really heavy stuff. This one is not as easy to listen to as a lot of his other records, and I'm enjoying it for that. The album that came out right before The Doctor Came at Dawn is Wild Love. This is 1995, and this one I hadn't heard before, and I still haven't heard. I haven't played this one yet. So that's enough Smog to tide me over for a while. There's still a couple of my favorite records of his. Dongs of Devotion, which is an awful title for an album, but Dongs of Devotion and Supper are a couple ones I'm still looking out for. This is pretty much the only new record I've bought since my last vinyl update. The Knife, Shaking the Habitual. Fucking goddamn it, this is good. You could have just the first record of this and it would be a great album, but they pushed through for another hour. And this is actually my first introduction with the knife. I've been meaning to explore their back catalog, especially because of the influx of bands recently that have influenced them. If I had a nickel for every time I've read something like recommended if you like the knife or sounds like the knife, I mean, clearly they've been hugely influential, but I had never gotten around to listening to the old albums, so I thought I'd just jump in on the new album, and I'm glad I did, especially because I got this for about $24, which I heard people are paying around $30, which seems normal, and then up to $50, I guess. But 3 LPs, 2 CDs, you know, there's this track, Old Dreams Waiting to Be Realized, that just takes up a whole side, and is kind of this nice palate cleanser for the record, and you still got a good 45 minutes to go through the record, and just a masterpiece. This is easily one of my favorites, but it might end up being my favorite from this year. We'll see how it goes. The knife, loving it. Record store day was a pretty good day for me. I spent it working, as I've spent every record store day since the first one, and well, since it started to get more national anyway. And I've worked every one. I worked this one, that was no exception, but we were a little overstaffed at the record store that I work at, so on behalf of everybody that was working, I went to a record store down the street, Bull City Records, to look for what everybody was jonesing for that day, because we, you know, at least at my record store and every record store I've worked at, it's a hands-off policy. We do not get first dibs. So I went and waited in line for an hour. They fed us egg biscuits from Bojangles and donuts, and I met some great people, talked about records. It was just awesome to kind of wait in line for once, which was great, instead of, you know, kind of just being behind the counter. And even though I'm excited, a little bit maybe ambivalent, because it's my job and not something I kind of chose to do. So I went looking for the Orange Juice records. They didn't have them, but I flipped through and I grabbed this immediately. I didn't even know it was being reissued, but Caribou, Up in Flames. The first 3 albums by Caribou, who used to be known as Manitoba, were reissued, and this had made it to the top of my wish list, which means eBay saved search with email notifications. So I was about to drop 25, 30 bucks on this record, and this was 20 bucks. And just a great psychedelic indie pop record. Love it. That bedroom exploratory sound is just, you know, I mean, that's so much of the reason that I listen to music. That's, you know, Smog. I showed Smog. He's mostly a bedroom kind of guy. I mean, he records in studios now, but very happy to find this. And, you know, the Orange Juice albums, I can pick them up whenever. I mean, one edition of 600, it's pretty small runs. The last, I sold a 7-inch record from 2 record store days ago of the Black Keys and the Flaming Lips, and I made exactly enough money to buy something that was at the top of my list, Unrest. This album is fantastic. This is indie noise, twee, pop, like all of my things that I love. Boy, girl, harmonies, complex, melodic, but catchy. The album name of this album, Perfect Teeth, came out in 1993, originally issued on Teen Beat as a box set of 6-7 inches, and saw a limited release on 4AD. And just unbelievable. So I was just really happy to score this. Yeah, I've seen it go for a lot more than what I spent, and I've listened to this a ton. Just great. VC, I just want to give a cheers to everybody. Like, thanks for letting me be me and making some videos and watching them, and it's a great time to be alive.